Yo, what's up, everybody? I am Man Sparks, and you are tuned into another edition of Kickflips. And on this particular episode, we are going to do an unboxing.
600.
Yeah, kick flips. Yeah, you know it's kick flips. Ay, look, hit up I am Ant Sparks to upgrade your shoe game. Every size and color, he got more kicks than Luke Kane. Exclusive with the dead stock. Miss out on this, you bet not. Shoot, game so crazy that it just might blow your head top. You know we flip kicks, that's why the brand is kick flips. That clock is moving tick tick. Better holler, you don't wanna miss this. This your number one source, authentic fly sneakers. He ain't playing with the game. Nike, Reeboks, and Adidas. Man, I'm saying, pay attention. Can't y'all see that heat different? You won't find a better price, and you might get free shipping. Ay, new school to the retro. All the J's is petrol. You need a plug, he is the plug. I said enough, now let's go.
As you can see, this is a pretty large box, so it better be something special on the inside. And if you read the description, you should already know what's going to be on the inside. And also, if you take some clues from what I got on these shelves, you should already kind of guess what I got on the inside. So without further ado, let me go ahead and be quiet and open up this box. All right. At first glance, you can already see that we got a Jordan logo on the front. So it's a Jordan on the inside. Let me see what it says on the front. So this is a Air Jordan Adapt version 1.0. When I seen that at first, I was like, does that mean that they're going to come out with more versions of this? If this is just a 1.0, who knows? And also, it's going to put on the year of 2020. Just to let you know, this is a 25th anniversary of the Jordan 11. That's where the Jordan 11 25th anniversary jubilees come from. This shoe in particular, the first shoe was the Concords. I'll tell you a story about the Concords later. I want to say that was the year that Jordan came back to the league after his first retirement. On the inside of the box, I'm assuming that's the app that you can download to track your fitness or whatever. This second box shows you how to loosen and tighten the laces. The third box, that's the battery level. This is going to show you how it looks when it's full battery and when the battery is low. And the fourth box is going to show you how to charge these bad boys up. Let me go through some little technicalities before we get to the main event. They give you a box inside of the shoe box. This box has the charging accessories on the inside. The wax paper, it's like a iridescent paper. This is the shoe. Had a little smudge on it when I opened up the box, but it wiped off. Okay. We put both of these shoes to the side and get this box out of the way. Only thing else that's left inside the box is the charging pad at the very bottom. Don't need to pull that out. Nothing special about it. It looks like it's the same charging pad from all of the rest of the adapts. Let's get that. Matter of fact, let's sit that right here. I want that to stay in the camera. All right, before we get into the shoe, let's see what it says on the side. So it says Air Jordan Adapt US, MX, JP, and CA. I'm assuming that's the charger adapters that's inside the box. The color reads white and multicolor. That was pretty simple, straightforward. And the price is 500 big ones. Ooh. Yee! So out the gate, this is an expensive shoe. Let me give you a close-up. At the end of the video, I'm going to do a close-up of all angles of this shoe. But just want to show you the shoe before we get down into the details of it. And then I'll give you 2 Jordan 11 stories that I have personally. And also, let's see if the lacing works. It's lighting up. There we go. And then to loosen it, Game time. All right, when I first seen this Jordan coming out, I imagined like this is what the Jordan 11 would look like if it was 2030 and the current year was like 1996. I believe like 95, 96 this shoe originally came out. So I believe that this would be how the shoe would look in the future. But compared to like the original Jordan 11s, like I think I will take the original Jordan 11s. Even though this is the Jordan 11 from 2019, and this is the Jordan 11 that was released for Christmas 2020. Let's get back to this shoe. Let's move this shoe back. All right, so it's got the white patent leather. It got the kind of like the Carolina blue sole. It's like not white. It's like a milky, icy sole. Not milky. It's an icy sole. The Jubilees have the milky sole, but these have the icy sole. All right, so it's like black, white, and like an orange. They're probably gonna consider that like an infrared color. What I did notice before the shoe came out is that the laces don't go through each of the eyelets, kind of skip one. And the lacing mechanism is inside the tongue, and the motor is right underneath where the buttons are. So I thought the shoe was going to be a lot heavier. Like I've had the other Adapts, like the Adapt BB 2.0s. I had a couple of pair of those, and I noticed that's a very heavy shoe. But this shoe, compared to it's a little bit heavier, but not much heavier. Got the 2.3 on the back. Believe this is the same 2.3 that's on the back of the Jubilees. Yes, that was a good guess. I guessed that. But yeah, that's the same 2.3. All right, on the tongue is gonna say the Jumpman Jordan as usual. What I also noticed before the shoe came out is that this is not the carbon fiber like on the other. I might as well just keep this shoe out of here. I keep grabbing it. This is not like the carbon fiber like on the rest of the Jordans. This one is kind of like a like I don't know, like plastic covered in something. But I assume that they did this is because this is a wireless charging shoe. So this material may be more conductive than the typical carbon fiber. That's just me assuming. But other than that, they did keep like the design of the carbon fiber. They did keep that design, but they just used a different material. It got the Jordan logo in, I'm gonna call it infrared. If it's not infrared, then okay. On the inside, it does feel pretty soft. It does feel almost the same on the inside of the shoe. And like I said, it's not that heavy. I thought this shoe was going to be a whole lot heavier. When I seen it coming out, I was like, man, how are you going to play basketball on these? Thinking that they was going to be super heavy. But the shoe is actually not that heavy. I did notice that the patent leather is cut a little bit lower on this than, let's say, on the Jubilees or on the Breads. One thing I didn't really like about this shoe is I know that they couldn't avoid it, but I don't like this section of the shoe. It makes it almost look like cartoony versus this shoe, how it's like curved in. But like I said, I know that it was probably unavoidable. They had to put the Adapt device somewhere, and that's just where they had to put it. But I just think that this is like a show shoe. This is a shoe that you would wear to like impress your friends or whatnot. But for me personally, it was kind of like a pass when I first seen it coming out. But I had the opportunity to get my hands on a pair of retail, so I was like, hey, Jordan 11 is one of my favorite. It is my favorite pair of shoes, so I can't not go with it, and I can't pass it up. So with that being said, let's get into some personal stories about the Jordan 11. First and foremost, the Jordan 11 Concord is my favorite shoe of all time. I don't care what shoe comes out in the future. And I'm considering all the shoes that came out in the past. The Jordan 11 Concord, I don't care which generation it is, which year that it came out, which version of it is, that is my favorite shoe of all time. And I'm going to lead off with a story about that shoe in particular. I picture that shoe as my like unicorn. Like it seems like it's so hard for me to get a pair of those shoes at retail. I remember when I was in high school, I don't remember which version, which year release that it came out, but I had an opportunity to get a pair of them. The only kicker was that it was a full size too small. I still got them. And what I did when I got home is I took the insole completely out and I still wore those. You wouldn't imagine how much pain I was in, and I had to walk to school on top of that. But it was the Jordan 11 Concord. It was my favorite shoe of all time. I could not pass it up. That was the only opportunity that I had. I wore the shoe with no insole. By the time I got to school hadn't even started and my feet was killing me. But I muscled through because it was a Jordan 11 Concord. The same thing happened to me for the Jordan 11 Low Cherry. They're either called Cherry or Gym Red. I'm going to put a picture up. I'm sure it's a picture popped up when I said that. But the same thing happened for me on those shoes. I had an opportunity to get them. It was the last pair. One size too small. Took them home, snatched out the insole, and wore them. And my third and final story about the the Jordan 11 period is when the Legend Blues came out. When I was still in high school. The Legend Blues came out, or the Carolinas. They both have like the same name. I begged my mom to get them. I begged her to get them. And she finally said, okay, I'll go up there and get them. But she didn't know the process of getting the shoe. She didn't know you had to stand in line and do all of that stuff and hope they had your size. Anyway, she took off work, or she had the day off, or I had a basketball game or something like that. And that I couldn't go myself. And she went up to the Lakewood Mall. And she waited in line outside of Foot Locker inside the Lakewood Mall. And the only size they had left when she got to the front was one size too big. But she got them for me anyway, and I wore them anyway. So now that I'm older, now that I'm able to afford these shoes and whatnot, I make sure I need to get a pair of Jordan 11 Concords in my size, brand new, fresh out the box. I believe I'm going to do that for myself for my birthday. I don't know. I'm still like hesitant on pulling the trigger on them. But I think that with this conversation that I'm having with you, I believe I'm going to go ahead and get them. All right. Well, anyways, aside from that, back to the shoe, back to these videos. If you watched the video this long, first and foremost, I want to thank you for sticking with me and watching my video and participating with me. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also follow me on Instagram. Talk to me. I talk back. I love talking about shoes. Every day I'm buying shoes, thinking about shoes, reminiscing with my friends about shoes, and looking forward to shoes that are coming out. Before I let you go, I want to give a shout out to Stained Minds for bringing back one of my old designs. And if you are interested in purchasing one of these hats or any other merchandise that's on the website, I'm going to leave that information down below in my description. And last but not least, Forever Nipsey Hussle. This album and a couple of his other albums, every album before this really touched me, and I'm still like can't believe that he's gone. I heard that it's a new album that's coming out and I can't wait to hear it. It's going to be hard for me to listen to it, but at the same time I can't wait to hear it. This particular album, Victory Lap, really means a lot to me. When I heard it, I heard his growth and I knew that he was on the way to the top. I knew it because I listened to all of his albums before then, and each album I hear growth. I hear growth. I hear him getting into his lane. And unfortunately, we lost him, March 31st of 2018, I'm guessing. I believe it was 2018, 2019. I think it was 2019. But rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. I pray for his family, and I hope that we are able to continue his legacy and his vision of what he wanted to contribute to not only the world, but to his community, to the LA area. And with that being said, like I said, thank you for watching my video. Hope you have a nice day. And I am Sparks from Kickflips. Peace.